How you doing, folks? So I want to do some video clarification, or even a video version of this infographic I recently put out, and it's on the soft skills of game development and what you can do as a graduate or as a junior to start getting into a position where you can be a sort of responsible and reliable worker so that you can quickly, I say quickly, you can have a more clear path to mid and senior and what that looks like in a studio, in a team, and all that sort of stuff. So this stems from this infographic, which was basically me saying that, yes, there are higher percentiles of junior portfolios that the artwork's amazing. They're on the cutting forefront of technology, whereas a game developer will be locked in tech for a certain amount of years based on their workflow. Yes, you can have junior portfolios that look just as good as senior portfolios. It doesn't mean they can get to senior quicker or that they should be not a junior. The quality of the portfolio after a certain point, when you can hit quality professionally for the title that you're on, it does not mean or have any relation to the hierarchy and ranking of your job. Because there is something that seniors have that you can't really learn at a school. It's the you can kind of learn a tiny bit, but you can't really learn it until you're in a studio. And that is learning to be a game developer, not a games artist. A games artist makes a nice, beautiful render. You might do a little bit of optimization on geometry. We take environment art or lighting. However, when you introduce a game where you can, well, go 360, or you have to be 30 FPS, 60 FPS, VR, and you introduce animation, characters, animals, VFX, collision, design, cameras, streaming, level streaming. There are going to be things that go wrong with art that you would never thought could go wrong because you've always just worked on a portfolio piece. So one, knowing how to fix those or knowing how to go about those is one thing that is tough to learn. But also the soft skills of a good senior are really what make the difference. They know how to ship games. They know how to bug fix. They know the cycle of games. They know how to go through it. So what can you do if I recommend for you to put skill points in your game development skill tree? What do I mean by that? Instead of giving you a specific list of this, I'll give you one example of what you can do and how you should, how I recommend you should structure the way you work, even as a junior and as a student. Even if you're a first year student on a 3-year program, I recommend you start to work this way to increase your learning and to increase how effective you are as a developer. Now, here's the example, okay? So let's put it like this. You are assigned, you're on an Assassin's Creed game. You're assigned to work on a certain section of the map as an environment artist, a lighting artist, whatever you want to say, something where you've got a big chunk of stuff to look at, right? You start working on that area and you see something wrong that isn't your department. There's a horse and it's missing a leg, or there's a untextured wall. There's a hole in the floor. There's just something very obviously wrong, but you are tasked to focus on the environment art for that area, right? Do you look at a problem there and say, you know what, I'm just an environment artist. Not my issue. It'll get fixed eventually. It'll get bug fixed. It'll get logged. I'm just going to go do my job. Or do you take a picture of that error and send it to either the producer of the horse team or character team or someone that's on the team and say, hey, I saw this issue. I don't know if it's been bugged already or if you guys know about it. I thought you'd appreciate if I just let you know about it just in case. Do you do that? Or do you say, nah, you know what? I'll just focus on the environment art. It's not going to come back to me if I don't flag it. If you are the first answer where you ignore it, then your soft skills as a game developer you need to practice developing that. You need to be able to do a task and be reliable and problem solve off your own back. You will help your lead and your producers so much, knowing that they can leave you with a task that you are going to do your due diligence on, that you're going to problem solve as much as you can off your own back, and contacting other people on the team to say, like, hey, I've got this issue, or going to the right producer to report an issue that you're not scheduled to fix. Like, I wouldn't expect an environment artist to fix a broken horse unless it's a statue, but you can at least take the steps to work as a team member that would over communicate in places, because over communicating is, let's just call it communication, is a very important skill that it goes wrong all too often, I would say. So if you are able to do these tasks, you'll gain more trust from your lead. They'll feel more confident in you tackling a task versus, you get put on a task and whatever goes wrong, the first time something goes wrong, you go to your lead. This is wrong. What do I do? This is wrong. What do I do? Everything that goes wrong, you go to your lead. Now, as a junior, sure, you will be handheld a lot more, but the quicker you can get out of this mentality, the better. For students, I would compare this to the following. You're in a lecture, you're working, something goes wrong with the scene you're on, or you're curious about trying to do a certain technique. Whether it's a problem or technique, do you put your hand up straight away and ask a lecturer for help? Or do you try one or two times to find the answer yourself, or to try the thing yourself? Or do you go straight to a lecturer? So, I have to model I have to model a water bottle. And it's got these grooves on. You ask the lecturer straight away, how do I do this? I don't know, I'm stuck. First thing most lecturers will say, have you tried? Have you tried to do a version? No. That's sort of an eye roll moment, right? If you want to take responsibility for your own learning, the quicker you do it at university and not rely on the lecturers to hand feed you all the knowledge, the better you will be on your soft skill journey as a adult, but also as a developer in whatever industry you want to work for. So can you be trusted to try and tackle things? Can you do your best to tackle them so that when there are problems with the work, you can go to your lead and say, or you can go to your lecturer and say, hey, I'm having trouble modeling this water bottle. Here's 2 attempts of me trying to do it. These are the issues I had. What would you do? It's better to go to someone with either the solution found to a problem or a recommendation for a solution, or to show that you've tried to fix a problem yourself. You will gain so much more trust and respect in terms of how you approach your tasks. Also, do the admin of your tasks. There is a whole side of Jira and task tracking software in studios where you want to keep that up to date. The more you can keep your producer up to date as well as your lead, again, you'll keep everyone happy. And it takes time. You don't get it right all the time. It takes time. Nobody's perfect at it. But if you can keep that in mind as you work, you will be doing a much better job of starting to develop your soft skills to get onto that senior route in a game studio. So those examples that I've just given contain a lot of smaller soft skills of communication, teamwork, responsibility, trust, that I would consider a good starting point for you to start doing as a graduate, a junior, or someone that's looking to get more ownership over stuff. So I hope that helps. Any questions I can expand on in the comments, leave it and I will have a look for you. But I hope that helps. For now, peace.